Welcome back here to Brassard, the final game of championship weekend, of the opening night of championship weekend. It is the number 4 seed Chaos, 7-3 record, taking on the number 8 seed Citadines, 6-4 record for the right to be called Division Women's 2 champions. I'm Brett Balkan, and joined once again by 8-time champion, 8-time All-Star Kwesi Gordon-Mall. Big game. These two teams met in week 8, so just a couple weeks ago, Chaos with a victory 32-31. So definitely a tight game. In that first meeting, Allison Sobel, 5 TD passes in that contest. Gigi Cabello Abante, 3 touchdowns in that contest. Defense really played a role in that W as well for Chaos, pardon me. Defense also played a role, though, in that game for the Citadines, with Joanie Schwarnier Amar getting a pick 6 in that game. But again, Chaos escaping with a 32-31 victory. What kind of game are you expecting here tonight?
I'm expecting basically the same game that happened that night. I actually score kept that game, so it came down to basically the last 3 plays where Chaos was able to make a stop, and the quarterback for Citadines just kind of missed a receiver, very shortly. She kind of missed a receiver on a corner route. So I'm kind of expecting to see kind of the same thing. A game that's going to be nice and close, and it's going to come down to the last play.
All right, so looking at these teams, Chaos with the 3rd-ranked defense and the 3rd-ranked offense. Citadines with the 3rd-ranked defense and the 4th-ranked offense. So these teams obviously really close. We look at Chaos, right? Formerly known as Red Nation. They've all played at Vanier have all played at Vanier College together in the past. Obviously coming together, they're captained by Lamise Juni. So there's Lamise. Obviously there's Zoe Wong. There's Allison Sobel. There's Rochelle Valliere. So someone that you know personally, obviously. She's returning today from a broken finger. What type of impact do you think she's going to have in this contest?
Well, hopefully she's able to go full speed and she's back to game speed, because she didn't play into the quarterfinals or the semis, so she's coming back in the finals. So hopefully her hand injury doesn't affect her too much, and she's going to be able to play the game that she's usually plays.
So quick pass there to start the game by Athena Ryan, a quarterback for the Citadines.
Yeah, so that was a quick throw for them, kind of just to establish a little drive and to see what the Chaos that's giving them.
Yeah, Ryan 4 TD passes in her last minute. A catch right there over the middle. Tackle made there by Rochelle Valliere. The catch, it looks like that was number 10 and Lily Stella Dauphin Turcotte.
Yeah, so that was kind of like a trips right formation where they kind of pushed everyone to the right side and to see what was kind of open, and they got a catch in the middle of the field, and Rochelle was able to come down and make a tackle.
So first down there on that grab by Dauphin Turcotte. Pass to the right sideline, a bullet there unleashed by Ryan.
Yeah, good throw, good catch. Right now, I'm really I'm liking what Citadines is doing right now. They're kind of taking what Chaos is giving them, and they're going with it. With momentum.
Citadines, definitely a deep team, deeper than their opponents. They have 12 players in total dressed for this game. They have a number of players on the sideline. Every game that I've seen them play this year, they have fans cheering on the sideline, on the field for them, and everything. So if you hear a lot of excitement, a lot of jumping up and down, some dance moves even on the sideline, it's coming from the Citadines bench.
Yeah, they definitely brought a crowd with them here tonight, which is pretty cool to see. It's always nice to see fans, family, everyone just come support.
You see the catch made another one by Dauphin Turcotte. Junior with the tackle. Ryan gets a snap, looks over the middle of the field. Oh, and that's off the hands. Oh, penalty though on the play.
Yeah, so they might call pass on Naomi. She kind of got into her. She got into the receiver's way, and she didn't kind of give her any space to break her out.
So Naomi Elmon there in coverage.
I believe that's the call. Yeah, so the ball's going to be on the 1-yard line.
So first and goal now for the Citadines offense. Ryan gets a snap. She looks to her left. She goes there off the hands of the receiver. Caught by the defender, but she was out of bounds. So second and goal now.
Yeah,
for
so that's very fortunate for Citadines that didn't pop up inside out of bounds instead of being outside of bounds on the catch. The catch that Naomi kind of did outside. she's way out.
Yeah, that's Morgan LaFaller with the drop. And so we saw that in the last game of ECW and the Dirty Bears. I'll finish my thought after this play. Pass to the back of the end zone. Nice catch. Grabbing it out the air. I believe actually that was LaFaller who just had the drop on the last play.
Yeah, that was a very good catch. It seems that Chaos was kind of running a lanes, and kind of Rochelle took, kind of when she saw the corner route, route that number
LaFalle.
Yeah, LaFalle did. She kind of followed it, but at that point it was kind of too late. The ball was thrown.
So Morgan LaFalle, her second touchdown, of the postseason. 1-point conversion attempt here for the Citadines, looking to go up 7-0. Ajunde gets in the way of the pass. It's intercepted. Oh, and dropped now by Omar. So 6-0 lead right here for the Citadines. I was going to ask you, Quasi, so as a receiver, right, a lot of quarterbacks will do what Ryan did on the last 2 plays, really, the last 3 plays, really. So just gun it in there.
Yeah.
As a receiver, do you prefer when a quarterback does that, or do you like to see at least a little bit more touch? Especially that close to the end zone.
When it's that close to the end zone, I'd rather you just gut in there. Just put the ball where I'm going to catch the ball and no one else.
All right, so here comes Allison Sobo leading her team onto the field. So drop right there by Valier. I had a chance to talk to her about an hour ago, hour and a half, give or take, and she said she was nervous, and rightfully so. Again, this is her first game back after breaking her pinky finger. I believe it's her right pinky finger, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can see a little nerves, especially coming back after missing her 2 games before coming to the finals. So you can see with a drop from right there. But you see her teammate Emma kind of making a catch.
Yep.
Kind of getting things rolling.
Emma Townsend, Aslan, big catch over the middle, one of the leaders on this team. And
Yeah.
I was instructed by Rochelle, so whatever catch she doesn't make, just blame it on her finger. She says it has nothing to do with her ability to catch. It's just, every mistake is on her finger. She told me to make that clear at the top of the broadcast.
Oh.
She's actually snapping right now for her squad. Pass by Sobol down the left sideline. Oh, just out of the reach of Gigi Abante. She had a step or 2 on her defender, but again, that pass just out of her reach.
Yeah, that was like just by inches. If Allison just held that ball a second longer and was able to throw it, Gigi definitely would have caught that. I believe that would have been a touchdown.
And this is the Allison Sobel we're used to seeing. She is a gunslinger. I believe you were saying that on the podcast the other day. She loves to air the ball out. Obviously, remember the Montreal Alouettes front office, so she knows football inside out. And she's not afraid to pull the trigger when she sees a shot. Here's another one over the middle. Nice catch by Gigi. Double effort right there. She had it in the air, was kind of dropping it. She hit the turf, ended up re-catching it right there. Great grab by her. She is the definition of clutch.
Yeah, I got to play with Gigi this season in co-ed, and she's the real deal. To be honest with you, you don't see a lot of females be able to make catches that she does, and she does it like it's effortless. As you can see, the catch that she just made right there.
Gigi, of course, a former basketball player, helped lead McGill to a national championship a few years ago, the McGill Martlets. Sobo gets the ball now right down the middle. Townsend Aslan with the catch. She gets the flag right away, but not before picking up at least 7, maybe 8 yards.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the same play they just ran when the second play that Chaos ran, literally the same thing. Emma kind of ran like an in dig, and she just sat in the zone, and that's pretty free right now from the defense that UCAM is running.
Snap. Sobo gets it. Valier in this end zone. Touchdown!
Yeah. So something to see that Sub-Zero is cheering on Rochelle right now is because she's supposed to be joining them in the spring season.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a solid addition. That is a solid addition right there, Rochelle Valier.
So you see Sarah Parker, she has a sign that says Pinky on it.
Okay, I see it. There you go.
I believe so.
So 6-6 game right now. Chaos going for the 1-point conversion. Sobo gets the ball. She looks to the left. She is Gigi. She's in there for one. 7-6 lead for Chaos over the Citadines.
Yeah, so that was a great drive by Chaos. UCAM came down, they scored. Chaos came down, they scored, and we're in for a good one.
So right now, Kwesi, if you're the Citadines, how do you answer? You scored on your first drive, but then you gave up a long drive to your opponents. How do you come back here and answer?
On offense, you keep doing what you're doing right now. You take what they're giving you, and you just keep doing that.
So Ryan gets a snap. Oh, and that pass knocked down by the Russian number 3, Zoe Wong. Huge pass deflection by her.
Yeah, great play by Zoe, but you could see that the snapper was wide open off the snap. She decided not to take it, and you could see that because she didn't, she was trying to take the over route where she had the snapper at the beginning. She could have went to the snapper, but she went to over route and then got batted down. So again, as I said, take the easy things.
Second and long now. Getting a women's game. First down. The only one you can have is at midfield unless you get a penalty, obviously, on the defense. So first down at midfield right there. A catch. Short gain. Tackle made by Omar. The catch made by, I think, number 2. Yep.
That's Morgan, I think.
No, I have Morgan LaFall as number 17 here. This is one of the things that happens sometimes when you get to these championship games. Sometimes the jersey numbers changes. So I'll get number 2's name for you in a moment. Pass deflected to the air, intercepted. Valier with the INT off the deflection, and she gives Chaos back the ball at midfield.
That was a huge INT, but that all started with Zoe in the rush. She kind of made the quarterback hesitate a bit and didn't throw the ball when she wanted to, forced the throw, ended up being a tip in the air, and Rochelle came down for a huge INT for Chaos. So right now they got the ball midfield at the first down, I believe.
The pass on, that gets deflected as well.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure who Allison was throwing that to. I'm not sure if she was throwing to number 8, Marilyn, or she was throwing that to Gigi, number 11. But it seems like there was a bit of miscommunication there.
So second down now for this Chaos offense. Just before midfield, so again, they have a chance to pick up the first down. It's about 2nd and 2 right now. Sobo goes to the flats. Oh, and Valier with the drop.
Yeah, so that's exactly a play that Allison likes to run. You see that Emma kind of did the same dig route. She does a in and a dig, and she kind of just sits. So she was wide open, but she decided to hit Rochelle on an out, and she ended up dropping it. So hopefully it doesn't hurt them too much.
3rd and short now. Pass behind the receiver. Almost picked off. Dangerous pass there by Sobo. That ball hung in the air a little too long.
Yeah, I think she was looking for Rochelle as well there, and she didn't turn her head fast enough. So unfortunately, maybe she's going to tell her to look faster at her. So we have a 4th down here, but it's only 2 yards, so it's not the end of the world. It's easy first down they could pick up.
And they've been a little in the area for the Citadines. 4th down, here it comes. Pass over the middle, just out of the reach of Gigi Abate. And her and Allison right now are talking to each other. I think the quarterbacks wanted the receiver to maybe flatten her route a little bit, but incomplete pass, turnover on downs.
Yeah, I think Gigi didn't have to go as deep as she did. She could have did a 1-yard slant and cut in. I feel like she did maybe like a 2-3, and she kind of was following going up, and she ran into the defender. So unfortunately for Chaos, they didn't get to capitalize on that pick that Rochelle got.
So the ball goes back to the 5-yard line as it does after every turnover on downs. Pass to the flat, tackle by Omar, catch made by LeFaux, number 17.
Yeah, so exactly. Right now, UCAM has to realize that, okay, we screwed up. We threw an interception. Let's get back into what we were doing the first drive. Quick slants, quick hooks, and start marching the field.
Second down now. About 10 yards away from midfield and a first down. Pass to LeFaux again, Omar for another tackle.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Quick slants, quick hooks. Just give the ball to your players' hands. Let them get those yak yards. Get the ball out of your hands as fast as possible, especially in the easy open zones.
So first down by LaFall and her Citadines offense. Citadines wearing the white jerseys. Chaos all in black. Ryan to the left sideline, caught. Another tackle by Omar, but not before giving up about 6-7 yards right there.
Yeah, that was a very good throw by the quarterback.
Yeah, Athena Ryan.
Athena, that was a very good throw because she progressed to her right side to her left. And I believe that was her 3rd read, so it was a good throw by her.
Ryan gets a snap, has a player over the middle of the field. She goes to her right, though, the right-hand side down the sideline. Going out of bounds, actually tackled, by Abante.
Yeah, that was a weird coverage. You saw Lemise from Chaos kind of drop back, and then also Gigi drop back as well. So it's like they had like a too deep coverage. I didn't really understand that, but hopefully that's something they're gonna have to fix because it gave the wide out on the right side a wide open comeback.
Now, trying to do the process of elimination to figure out who this player is with no jersey. Now, per official rules in FPF, if a person doesn't have,
I believe that's Morgan. I believe that's Morgan.
I think Morgan's 17. Ooh.
They
Sorry,
might
yeah,
have.
Morgan's the center. Unless, yeah, maybe she switched.
They might have They might have two names named Morgan. I believe that's Morgan. I think
Okay.
she played for on sick, if I'm not wrong.
And nonetheless, another big play right there for the Citadines. Marching towards the end zone. They have the ball. Let's think about the 4-yard line here.
Yeah. So it's the what? So it's cutting under
Snap
snap.
right behind center.
It's a good coverage.
Touchdown.
So very interesting. Chaos decided not to rush there, and Zoe and I believe Gigi grabbed the same girl was the snapper. So it gave the inside slot a wide open touchdown. So good strategy, just a little miscommunication between Chaos.
Chance now, 2-point conversion attempt for the Citadines, looking to push their lead to 14-7. Up right now by a score of 12-7. Pass over the middle is caught in for 2, 14-7 lead for the Citadines.
Yeah, so that's a huge drive by UCAM after throwing a INT and giving the ball to Chaos, and Chaos kind of like not using the opportunity to kind of score again. The fact that UCAM was able to come drive down the field and and score a touchdown plus get the 2-point convert, it's huge for them.
Yeah, so 14-7 lead, just inside of 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Allison Sobel brings her team back onto the field. Can Chaos answer? Let's find out. Pass it flat to Valier. Good catch by her. She gets the flag after a gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards.
Yeah, that was a very good route. She kind of faked like she was going inside and then outside and went back in, or in and went back out. But it was a good that was a good route by her. Kind of got back the momentum that Chaos needs right now.
Sobel gets a snap on second down. Quick slant route to Abante. She picks up enough for the first down.
Yeah, so huge catch by Gigi number 11 right there. Again, Allison went back. She's going back into her normal plays, quick outs, quick ins, and just trying to get as much yards as possible since that bad drive they had, the last bad drive that they just had.
Officials for this game, Alexa Diab on the left sideline, Brett Young behind the quarterback. That official, and then right-hand Sarwar on the right-hand side, the right sideline. Pass over the middle. And Abante dropped the shield. She leaped up in the air to make the catch. A bit of a high pass right there. But when she came down, when her feet touched the floor, or the turf rather, ended up dropping the ball.
Yeah, I don't think she even had to jump there. I think she kind of felt the pressure between both the UCAM players closing in, so she felt like she had to jump. But I feel like if she kind of just stayed on her feet, she would have caught that easier and she made the catch so much harder.
So it gets the ball now. She's going deep to Townsend Aslan.
Oh, my
she ripped that ball out the defender's hands.
Oh, my goodness.
That went from being an INT to a TD. And it's going on. There's a hurt player on the field.
Yeah, so I think Marilyn.
Yes, Marilyn Cesare.
Marilyn got, I believe it was a contact with number 21 because she's also limping. I think they both banged knees together.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Cesare obviously with the knee brace on her, or sleeve rather, I should say, on her.
She actually might have got winded as well. I'm not exactly sure. I know. It seems like she got one knee went to someone's.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to catch her breath right now. So I think you're right. I think she just might be winded, and that's the best case scenario right now.
Yeah, she's smiling. She looks like she's fine. She's gonna walk it off. Again, huge catch from Emma.
Yeah, Emma Townsend, Aslan doing the Randy Moss. You're too short. After she made the catch, she walked away from the defender. A great catch by her. Clutch player all season long, and every team she's played on. Talking, of course, about Emma Townsend Aslan.
Yeah, so I also got the opportunity to play with Emma too on my co-ed team, and again, extremely good athlete, good hands, great defender, and as you can see, great great catcher. So it seems like UCAM's in lanes right here. They kind of showed it. So if Allison's able to go behind the and no,
Yeah, so 1 point convo was no good. So it's a 14-13 lead.
yeah. So right there, UCAM defender on the left side. I believe it was no number, but she kind of showed her defense went lane. So unfortunately, Allison wasn't able to see that because then she would have went over the top instead of throwing the ball in front of the end zone.
So new set of downs here, new series, I should say, pardon me, for the Citadines. They're up by 1, 14-13. Ryan gets the ball. She looks to the left. Shows a bullet, a nice spiral up the left sideline. Big catch right there on the left. She got tackled us. Number two is Catherine Bergeron. Figured it out off looking at her picture, looking at her face on the field, and the profile picture. She's listed as number 4 on the website, but she's number 2. Big catch right there. Survives a tackle by Townsend Aslan.
Yeah, that was a great play, great catch, good concentration to keep holding the ball because Emma was coming across the field. So sometimes a lot of receivers, when they see contact coming, sometimes they get nervous and they drop it, but she was able to make the catch and hold on to it.
2 receivers to the left of Ryan. She goes over the middle. Nice catch. Lily Stella Dalphon Turcotte able to pluck the ball out of the air. Gigi Abante was in the area trying to get a pass deflection, but a great catch by the receiver, and she turns it into a touchdown.
Yeah, that was very close. Gigi was coming across, and she just missed it. But the fact that number 10 was able to keep concentration and making that catch and scoring is huge. UCAM is able to strike back and kind of tell Chaos that we're here to play, and let's get things rolling.
You have to give Gigi credit there. She's actually not the safety. She was on the corner on the right-hand side. She saw that pass. She darted over the middle. You have to wonder, though, who is supposed to be the safety on that play, because that's their responsibility. They saw that post route right in the deep middle of the field.
Yeah, but it seems like Chaos is shooting a lot of zones, and they're kind of just shooting left and right. So they're trying to make some things happen.
So Dalphon Turcotte scores a touchdown, and then she gets the 1-point convo.
Yeah, so it's a big convert point there. They go up by 8. So now they're
21-13.
Yeah, so now they get into a point where if Chaos do scores, they're able to. If Chaos do score, it's to a point where UCAM can start going maybe for 2 and trying to get extra possession on Chaos.
Comes Sobo now, waiting for the snap. She gets it. Just under 2 minutes remaining. High pass. Abante brings it down, able to get some yards after the catch as well.
So again, that's a huge catch by Gigi, big throw by Allison. What scares me there is that that's like the 3rd time Allison throws the ball a bit too high for Gigi, where thankfully that she's able to make those catches. But if that's not a catch, that's a pick.
And Benelo with the catch right there. Another catch, pardon me, with the tackle. Gigi with the catcher on the sideline. She doesn't get out of bounds, so the clock keeps on rolling right now for about 1:15 and counting remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, they have some time, though. They don't, to be honest with you, they kind of want to take their time. They don't want to give UCAM any other time on the clock for them to get a possession left.
Pass. Valier there with the catch. A bit of a low ball right there, but showing some confidence, I think, in herself right now. She's building some confidence, I should say, right now. She started off with a drop early, now have a couple of grabs.
Yeah, exactly. So especially for Rochelle, the fact that she hasn't been playing for a while, she kind of wants to make sure every ball that does come to her, she doesn't want to make it a catch because it might come down to the final plays where she's gonna have to make a crucial catch.
Comes Chaos with the ball just past midfield, shot deep to Gigi, and that gets knocked away. Oh, almost intercepted.
Yeah, again, so Allison kind of underthrew that. Gigi beat her defender by a step, and she kind of instead of letting her go after it, she kind of underthrew it, and she was able to give the defender a chance to make a play, and she almost did. Yeah, it's kind of like Gigi actually became the defender because she instead of like going for the catch, she went for the bat down.
So great coverage there by Benaleo. Again, she got an initial hand on the ball, and the safety coming over the top. Number 21 almost made a play on it. Nice catch there by Gigi. She advances the ball for her offense.
Yeah, it's a huge catch by GG again. Now time is kind of getting chaos. They have maybe 30 seconds, so it seems like they might have 2 plays at max. They do have a timeout in their back pocket. Well, they have 2 timeouts in the back pocket, but they're probably going to save one for the onside kick attempt. So we have maybe 2 plays left here.
GG deep in route, making the catch up between two defenders. Cesar down, touchdown!
Huge catch for Maryland. That's her first catch.
She was hurt earlier. She got hurt. She was down on the field for a few moments there. She got winded, but able though to pick up the play right there to get the ball into the end zone. So right now the lead is 21-19 for the Citadines. So this will be 10 seconds actually remaining here in the first half. 2-point conversion attempt. Looking to tie the game. Chaos pass to the back of the end zone. That gets knocked down by Benelil. 4 seconds now remaining.
Okay, there's 10 seconds. We'll do that.
Yeah, 10 seconds left right now. So we see right here, Citadines gonna have one possession left, one play left, pardon me, in this first half. Chance on Ryan to the flat, hits LaFoe. LaFoe gets tackled by Oman in bounce. So see double zeros on the scoreboard. Yeah, double zeros on the scoreboard here at the Complex Sportive CN as well as at home. But I guess one last play being awarded right here to the Citadines here. Apologize for just experiencing some technical difficulties right now. Athena pump fake. She's rolling to her right. Gets the pass off. Finds a receiver. She goes out of bounds. That catch was made by number 10. And Dalphon Turcotte had a busy first half. And that'll do it for the first half of action here in Brassard. 21-19 lead for the Citadines over Chaos. So we saw again a late drive there by Chaos. Marilyn Cesar making her first catch of the evening. And it went for a big gain. And not just that, it went for a touchdown to again make this a 2-point game. 21-19 right now. The Citadines lead. Yeah, just apologize again. Technical difficulties right now. But again, 2-point lead right here for the Citadines. Again, coming into this matchup, the Chaos of the 4th seed, Citadines are the 8th seed right now. Again, both teams met in week 8. Chaos with a 32-31 victory. Again, Citadines looking for a little revenge here as they attempt to not only avenge that loss, but walk out of here as your women's 2 champions. Will they do it? We'll have to wait and see here. Again, Chaos, a strong way to finish off that first half of action. They had some mistakes. We've seen some drops. We've seen some missed throws, a couple missed tackles as well. But when push came to shove at the end of the first half, they were able to come through and, again, make this a 2-point game. So, obviously, Citadines now switching sides to them. They had the lead for most of that first half there, but, again, good job by them of kind of keeping their pedal to the metal there. They came off a little bit, though, as we saw towards the end of that first half. So what's going to happen now when they get the ball back in their second half? And so we're joined now by Kwesi Gordamo. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties.
We're back.
Yeah, there you go. So, an entertaining end to the first half on the field and right here in the broadcast area as well. What are your thoughts of the first half?
Extremely good on both teams. Again, I thought it was going one side when Chaos made that big stop, got that pick. But unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on it. So UCAM was able to come back, capitalize on it, get their convert. So you see, it might end up being a convert type of game where I believe UCAM has gotten 2 of their converts, and I think Red Nation has only gotten 1. So at the day, this might actually come down to a convert. We have 21-19 for Chaos. I believe they get the ball starting the second half. So hopefully they could drive down and make a score. Because if they don't, and UCAM ends up getting the ball back and they score, they're in a position to get a two possession game if they end up getting that 1-point convert after going up by 9.
Okay, so when you look at both teams, again, after the first half of action, if you had to pick a player of the first half, starting with Chaos, who would you pick?
Sorry, exactly what was the question?
So, so if you look at both teams again, it's a 2-point game at halftime. If you had to pick a player of the first half with Chaos, who would it be?
As the
Like
best
the best player so far in the first half.
right,
Who's had the most amount of plays?
GG by far.
Okay.
Right now, GG's making spectral catches where it's like to a point where if she doesn't make those catches, it becomes interceptions, and Chaos probably would be down by at least 20 points right now.
And switching sides, obviously, to the Citadines. Who do you think's been the player of the game so far for them?
I think their quarterback, Thina.
Yeah, Athena Ryan?
Yeah, right now I think after her interception, a lot of times quarterbacks kind of focus out. They don't get locked back in, but it seems like she was able to get past that and kind of just get back into her system, making those good passes, those very tight passes. As you saw, like we both saw, where they were so close to an interception, but they end up getting through and scoring touchdowns. So I would give it to her.
Okay, if you look at Red Nation right now, again, they have not been perfect. They're trailing by 2, but they made a lot of mistakes. What's the one thing you think they need to settle down and clear up the most going forward in the second half?
So unfortunately, their name is not Red Nation anymore. It's
Pardon me,
Chaos.
Chaos.
But right now, I just feel like on defense, they might be doing it too much, where they're expecting one of their players to kind of do a bit too much. So it seems like they're doing a lot of crosses, a lot of crashes on zones. I feel like with a team like UCAM, I think you could go back into base, have a high-low with a cross for those two players, so you don't have to have someone come across the field and try to make that play. I think if they get back into that, it's kind of like a base with a kind of a switch of a defense. I feel like if they get back into that, they'll be able to get more stops than more stops than they did in the first half, and give up less big opportunities that UCAM was taking advantage of right now.
And if you're UCAM, what do they have to do to make sure they hold on to the victory here?
Take away GG out the game. I feel like if you're able to take away GG, take away the underneath and over top, I think you're able to come out this with a W for sure.
20 minutes left here to decide who's going to be the Women's 2 Division champion. Will Chaos make the comeback official and walk out of here as champs, or will the Citadines spoil the party? Let's find out. Here we go, second half. Is ready to kick off, and here we go. Sobel gets the ball, pass to Cesare. Nice hook pattern right there. She makes the catch, a gain of about 9 yards on that play on first down.
Yeah, so that looks like I was all hooks with a snapper going left, and Allison picked the right read, and Maryland was able to make a catch and get 8 yards and kind of get the momentum going for this drive.
So again, Chaos, formerly known as Red Nation. This is the first year under the Chaos banner. They won a couple of championships together. Sobo going deep, intended for Abante. Thought there might have been some pass interference. Little contact there made on the rope, but no flag was thrown.
Yeah, so she was in the defender from UCAM, number 5.
Yeah, that was Chouanier Imard.
Yeah, so she did a great job. The last 2 deep balls that Allison threw to Gigi, she was beat, but this time she was stride for her. So good job on her. She's kind of understanding that she has to give maybe a bit of more leverage over to not get beat over top.
Sobel gets the ball now on third down. Pass over the middle. Talented ass lane with the catch. She has enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a great concept. They took the snapper. They made Rochelle do like a corner route, brought the top of the halfback, I believe number 21, to play more over top, and then Emma kind of snuck right underneath and was able to make a catch for a first down. So huge drive for Chaos right now, about midfield, pushing the limits on UCAM's defense.
So we're going to the left-hand side. Passes out of the reach of Abante. She was open for a split second there, but that pass is way off target.
That was great defense from UCAM. They kind of took away everything that Allison wanted at the beginning. She went for progressives. It looked like she went from her right side, came back to her left, and it was kind of like a throwaway as well, to a point where that ball only Gigi she was going to catch. So to be honest, that's actually the best situation that Allison could have done there.
Sobo waits the snap. She gets it. Second down, going to the end zone. Townsend has a floater.
Yeah.
On her calling pass interference on the Citadines. And you can hear the reaction from Pat Drum, the coach. You can hear the reaction from that entire sideline. He does not agree with that call.
Yeah, so I don't think that was pass interference. I think kind of like two people were actually fighting for the ball. A lot of the times, sometimes, again, right, it's non-contact football. So most of the time, offensively, they're going to get the call. You could just saw that Emma was trying to box out, and the defender was also kind of a bit handsy a bit. But I think they could have let that play off. They could make that play like as a no call.
Yeah, you hate to see that kind of call in a game like this, but nonetheless, play continues. First down now. First and goal from the 1 yard line for Chaos. Can they capitalize after the penalty? Let's find out. Sobo gets a snap. She looks to the left. She's going to the back of the end zone. Valier makes the catch, but she's out of bounds.
Yeah, so that was super close. She kind of double clutched it. She could have catched it cleanly at the first attempt, but she didn't, and then she double clutched it. But unfortunately, she was out of bounds while that happened.
So second and goal now, again from the 1 yard line for the Chaos offense.
Yeah, lots of time still. There's no really to really panic. You guys are on the 1 yard line. They definitely could punch it in here.
What are you calling right here for your Sobo?
Just crosses.
And there's an out right there by Valier. She catches it. Touchdown, Chaos.
Yeah, so there you go. To a point, a lot of the times it's so hard to defend a team on the 1 yard line. So as UCAM, they kind of just shot anything in front of them, and they kind of sometimes the snapper kind of sneaks out going left or right. So at that point, Rochelle is able to sneak out on the left side and make the catch for a touchdown. So we have 25-21. So this is actually a pretty huge convert for Chaos to kind of get that 5-point lead.
So 1 point conversion attempt right here for Chaos. Sobo gets the snap. She looks to her right, going there. Townsend has Lane with the catch. Good slam rope by her. She created a separation from her defender, able to get the grab and get into the end zone.
Yeah, so that's exactly one of the plays that Allison runs a lot. I believe she ran it maybe the fourth time that she's been running this play. You send a corner from either your slot or your wide, and you kind of take out everyone out the picture, and you slightly sneak your wide out coming underneath and in, and it's been open all game long.
So Chaos defense back on the field now, as is the Citadines offense.
Yeah, so right there, Citadines has to kind of just realize that, listen, we're down by 5 right now. There's still lots of time. We have 15 minutes left in this game. Not to overthrow anything, not to put a ball where it doesn't have to be. Kind of just take their time and do what they've been doing this whole game.
So after a gain of about 6 yards on first down, let's go second and about 12 right now, facing the Citadines. Pass over the middle on the left-hand side, rather. Deep caught. First down, Citadines.
Yeah, so basically that was kind of like the same route they did before. They do it out, and they do a wheel. So I'm not exactly sure who was deep on the coverage for Chaos, but definitely I believe Rochelle should have took the out and up, but it happens so fast that sometimes you don't even realize.
So Dauphin Turkov yet another big catch for her squad. Pass to the end zone. Caught. I think she's out at the 1 yard line. Good tackle, actually, right there. I thought it was a touchdown. So good tackle right there on the far side boundary.
Yeah, so that kind of looked like Chaos looked a bit confused. I don't think they got the call out in time. It was kind of like no one was nowhere close to the receiver there, and she was able to just catch in. And it's a good thing that Gigi was able to make a tackle that brought them to the. I believe UCAM's on the 2 yard line right now.
Yeah, 2 yard line. Good tackle there by Gigi. Ryan gets a snap. She looks right over the middle. Fastball down the middle. It's caught by LaFall. Touchdown. Citadines retake the lead.
Yeah, so great job by Citadines here. Chaos came down, drove down, they scored, and then UCAM just comes straight back, making a great. I believe they scored in about 5 plays, so it's pretty good for them to bring back the momentum on their side. So right now we have a 1-point game. I believe UCAM is going for 2.
Yeah, they are. Yep, line up at the 10 yard line.
Yeah.
They're moving quick. Trips to the right. Our receivers line up to the right hand side in a bunch formation.
I feel like it's going to go right in the middle.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Pretty much right to the middle. Nice catch there. And a 2-point convo is good.
I believe it's not good. I think GG.
Yeah, you're right.
GG ended up getting the flag just in time. But good concept, to be honest with you. They brought two players to do a post and like a corner, and then they're able to make the third receiver in the middle to just do a hook. So a very good concept. It's a good flag by GG as well, because if she's not there at that time, it ends up being a 2-point convert.
27-25 lead now. A nice play there. Marilyn Césaire for drag route.
Yeah, very good play. It's a go-to play, you know. It's to the point where you're trying to get momentum back. You don't want to get incomplete first play and start getting more momentum to UCAM. So the fact that Allison was able to complete that to Marilyn, it doesn't show much, but it's a huge first play.
It's a 1-point lead, 27-26, despite what it says on your TV screen right now. Passes there, just out of her reach.
Yeah,
that falls incomplete. Second down.
So
third down.
Right there, the ball kind of went a bit too far out for Maryland to make that catch. But again, as I was kind of saying, where if Maryland didn't make that first catch with the drag, it could have been in a situation where it had been 3rd and 20 instead of being 3rd and
about 10 right there.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes it's the small plays that matter.
Sobel gets the snap. She looks deep over the middle, and that's a bad pass, and it gets intercepted. And see, Crazy, that was the question, right? Coming into this game, we talked about it on the podcast. Which Allison would we be getting in this contest? As phenomenal and good person as she is, Allison Sobel, sometimes in these big games, she makes those mistakes. And we saw that was just a bad interception right there. There was no reason to throw that pass.
Yeah, exactly. So UCAM ran a kind of a coverage where the corner on the right side shot in the middle. If Allison kind of peeked on that side, she had a Gigi on a one-on-one where Gigi's been winning those battles. So she could have won that side instead of going on the left side when she's throwing an interception.
So leading her offense onto the field. Ryan's pass is out of the reach of her intended receiver.
Yeah, she kind of just threw that too far out for a receiver to make a play.
And we see this aggressive Citadines defense with 29 pass deflections, 8 interceptions this year for them, adding to that list with an INT right there.
Yeah, it was a great defensive call.
Ryan gets the ball, pump face, and she gets sacked. Zoe Wong with the sack right there.
That's a big sack. To be honest with you, that's a huge sack. That actually could have been a touchdown. They had the player, I think Morgan, she doesn't have a number, but she was wide open on a wheel, it seems like, where the quarterback just didn't throw it, but if she threw that definitely would have been a touchdown. So right now we have a huge 3rd and 20.
So indecision right there by Ryan has cost her yardage, and her team trips to the left. All 3 receivers line up to the left, and the snapper in the middle for the Citadines offense.
It's just like they're running a high-low.
Ryan, nice spiral, throwing, caught there on the sideline, tackled though by Oman.
Yeah, great call. Great call by UCAM, great call by Chaos, to a point where Chaos only allowed them to get that under route, and UCAM took the good decision by taking it and wasn't trying to force anything else and made a manageable 4th down right now.
Ryan plays also for the Red Wings in the Women's 1 division, as well as Co-Ed 3 with B&Gs. On a bullet right there down the middle rather, just out of the reach of the intended receiver. And she was wide open. Lily Stella Dauphin Turcotte, who's been phenomenal in this game so far. She was open by about at least 5 or 6 yards. Quarterback though, and Ryan putting just a bit too much on that pass.
Yeah, so that was a very good play call from UCAM. What they did is that they made an under route come underneath, get the eyes kind of moving for Chaos to kind of look at it. Then they did a post right across the field. Again, eyes are everything, and then they snuck a go just going straight through where the quarterback just missed it.
So Chaos back on the field with their offense pass, just over the outstretched hands there of Abante on the sideline.
Yeah, very good defense. She wasn't letting her go past her, and she made sure she wasn't letting her go in front of her. So good defense on number 5 from UCAM.
1-point game, 27-25, 2-point game rather, 27-25 lead for the Citadines.
Yeah, so I believe they have the score wrong on the scoreboard, but we have it right on the...
Catch there by Césaire.
Yeah, so here we go. We're going to go to a third down. Big catch for Maryland. Big confident boost right after Allison throwing that pick. It's her first completion before that. So we're in third down here, about, I would say, 10 yards to go.
Sobo gets the snap now, goes to the left. Valier, the four-time All-Star, with the catch right there, picking up enough yards, almost enough for a first down. Stopped the ball 4 to 5 yards short.
That was so smart by Rochelle, because if she took an extra step there, she definitely would have been rusher interference, and that would have brought their team back. She kind of waited for the rusher to pass by, let her pass by, snuck behind her, and made that catch and made a manageable fourth down for her team.
Valier, of course, we talked about making her return from injury. Her last game play was in the quarterfinals against Wolfpack all the way back on April 21st. It's catch by Gigi Abante, enough for the first down. Another slant, and I tell you what, Kwesi, I think that's about the 6th or 7th slant we've seen from Abante.
Yeah, exactly. But we know they say if it's not what's not broken, don't what? Sorry, what's the saying? If it's not broken, don't fix it, or if it's broken,
Yeah, no, you got it. If it's not fixed, don't break it.
Yeah. But yeah, you see what I was saying.
First down for Chaos. Just past midfield. Valier with the snap. Soba gets a quick pass to the right. Talented ass lane with the catch.
Yeah, very good read by Allison there. She kind of just made sure she was kind of looking in the middle of the field, but it seems like UCAM was kind of crashing underneath that, so she decided to just throw the ball to Emma when the corner was playing very soft off of her. So good. I believe that was a good 6 or 7 yards completion there.
Yep. Putting the ball now about the 12-yard line. Little fun fact there. Emma Townsend, again, number 10 right there for Chaos. She's the one designed these new jerseys for Chaos, as they made the switch from Red Nation now to being called Chaos. Pass to the end zone. Valier open. Touchdown. Chaos.
Very, very good route concept. They actually ran that before where it took both defenders coming underneath, and that got the catch for Emma to get her convert and one of her first downs. But instead, they kind of ran the same thing, but defenders didn't take Rochelle over top, so she was wide open on the corner route.
So 1 point convo right now, 32-27 lead. 1 point convo will make it a 6-point game. So about the end zone, jump ball to Gigi, just out of her reach. Knocked away. So 32-27 lead for Chaos, a 5-point lead for them with just inside of 5 minutes remaining here in the contest.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a bit overthrown, because if that was inside, maybe Gigi would be able to make a catch over there and make it a 6-point game instead of being a 5-point game right now. So right now, UCAM is down by 5. They're definitely going to need a drive over here to make this interesting.
So we'll get the snap here on first down. Quick pass to the left-hand side, out route by the receiver.
Yeah, great play, great catch. Trying to get momentum going after the stop that Chaos got. So that's a great catch right there.
Second down now. After a pickup of about 7 yards, maybe 8 on first down. Makes it about 2nd and 9. First down right there over the middle.
Yeah, so again, great concept. Yeah, she's taking whatever she's giving them. She's kind of looking progressive, and exactly the first thing she is doing, she's looking straight in the middle. She's seeing if anyone's coming in the middle or anyone's shooting in the middle. If she's not seeing anyone in the middle, she's making sure she's making that throw. So great first down over here.
Ryan, quick hitter there to the right-hand side. The receiver evaded the tackle by Townsend and Aslan, but she was taken down by Abante.
Yeah, so again, great read. Emma was just a bit slow on breaking on that breaking route, but again, good pass, good catch. And we have a manageable second down and I believe about 13, 14 yards. The good thing I do have to say that the first down that UCAM did get, it was literally dead on the middle, direct on the middle of the field. So it made Chaos let them have a full, making them do a full drive midfield instead of getting extra yards before that.
Pass there, setting up a goal situation.
Yeah, so that was a nice quick pass, nice little quick route, hook for about 6 or 7 yards. So we're coming down to third down here. where UCAM's gonna have to try to split this in half at least or score a touchdown right now.
Pass by Ryan to the right-hand side again. Nice tackle by Abante at about, I want to say, the 2, maybe 3-yard line there. Yeah, let's call it the 3.
Yeah, exactly. So quick pass, quick catch, nice catch as well. But right now it's 4th down. It's a manageable 4th down. 4th down then 3 instead of being 4th down and maybe 10. So good play for them.
It's a 4th and goal from the 3-yard line right now for the Citadines, getting trailing by 5, just outside of 2 minutes remaining in this contest. Ryan gets the snap, looks over the middle. She has a player touchdown. Great catch right there over the middle, and that's what you guessed it, Lily Stella Dauphin Turcotte again.
Yeah, so that was very close. Emma was very close to tip the ball, but Athena was able to find a receiver in the back of the end zone and complete that pass for a touchdown, going up by now 1.
So 2-point conversion right now to make it a 3-point game. Citadines are up 33-32. Ryan to the left. And that pass is knocked away by Valier. Ooh.
Yeah, it seems like she fell on. She might be a bit winded over there. She kind of fell straight on her side. So hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, she's tough. There's someone you know that can handle something like that is Rochelle for sure. So she's tough. Staying on the field, actually. I thought she made it come off for a play or two there, but she lets it stay with her teammates on the field. Good play by her.
Yeah, well, she kind of knows that what's on the line right now, right? This could pretty much the winning drive here. They're down by 1. There's about 2 minutes left in this game. We're on stop clockage right now, so.
Valier, big catch there.
Yeah, so it's a good call for Allison, kind of getting Rochelle back into the game. Quick slant, quick slant out route for her, making the catch and about getting out 6-7 yards.
So they're now to the right-hand side. Oh, there's a penalty. It might be rusher interference, though.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be rush interference. Rochelle kind of snapped the ball. I don't think she recognized where the rusher was. And then she kind of just ran into her. She made her stop.
Yeah, that erases what would have been a catch again of about 6 or 7 right there by Emma Townsend-Asselin.
Yeah, so what we're going to have is redo down, 2nd down, 5 yards back, I believe. I believe it's 2nd down right now.
So we'll get the snap. Nice route there by Abante.
Yeah.
Kind of juggled it there for a second, but able to make the grab.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like the slant route she kind of did when we were talking about she had 6-7 catches, but instead it's a deeper post route sit that she's also been hitting. So again, that's a go-to play. They've been running it all year, and Gigi's been making those catches as well. So great play for Chaos because they were in a situation where they didn't want to be, and the fact that they're able to gain a 1st down here is huge. Or maybe it's 4th.
Yeah, 4th down right here. Pass out behind the tip. No, nice catch there by Abante. I'm not sure how she made that one. Gonna have to see that one on the replay. She was going to her left. The pass was to her right. I think she might have got just a hand on that one. Let's look here on the replay.
I would love to know if that was 4th down, because if that was 4th down, that was a huge catch.
It was 4th.
That was a huge
Great
catch.
job there. That's just the athleticism and the skill right there by Abante. Tipped the ball to herself while she was falling down. Made the catch. Asselin with the catch on the sideline, but she was out of bounds.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the problem with the cones and the sideline, there's no actually a physical line. So when you're catching the ball on the sideline that Emma just did, it's kind of hard to even see where the ball is. But I would challenge that. To be honest with you, I would challenge that catch because it seems like she had her first foot in and their second foot came off.
I think they are. See, Tara's making her way up. Yep, Tara's jogging over here, so it looks like she's the Chaos part of me is going to be challenging that play for sure.
Yeah, it would definitely be something. At the end of the day, you're not really losing much. There's not much time left.
Yeah,
I believe she actually had her first foot in first. Yeah, I believe that's a catch. That's definitely a catch.
Yeah, she tried to drag her left foot there.
But her first foot was way before the cone, so I believe that is a catch, and it's going to be They're going to be maybe about 6 yards outside the end zone. But again, we were wrong last time on the challenge, so maybe don't listen to us. So we're looking at it again on the replay. Maintains the catch here.
So her left foot's already down as she gets possession. Yeah, that's the catch. She drags her left foot. Her right foot, at least the heel appears to be inbounds. The only thing that can maybe make it an incomplete pass is if the front part of her right foot touched out of bounds before she had possession.
Tara's already going back, so it seems like it was a very, very fast call. So that actually goes two ways. It's either it's incomplete or it's completed. But I believe it's a complete pass.
So regardless of what happens here, I mean, whether it's a catch or not, what are you calling right here based off of what, if you're Chaos, what are you calling on offense based off of what you're seeing from your opponent's defense?
So if it's a catch, I think okay, so it is a catch. It is a catch. That's a huge call by Lemise because I think she's the one that kind of told her team to challenge that, so that puts them in a better situation. So the fact that they have the ball right now on the 6-yard line, I think you actually run that play to Emma where you have Marilyn go or a corner route, take away number 20 out the way, and sneak Emma inside with a deep in. And if you're going on the opposite side, now you make Marilyn do the straight through and you let Gigi do in.
Ball at the 6-yard line now. Chaos continuing this drive. Sobel gets the snap. She looks over the middle, goes to the right corner, and is intercepted! Allison Sobel for ill-advised pass right there. The defender was just standing, waiting for an underthrow, and the intended target, I believe, was Valier.
Yes.
But that pass, not enough air underneath it.
So unfortunately, Rochelle did a corner, and Emma did a go. But I think she did it too far there. I think she was supposed to do a hook. So it brought the corner for UCAM to kind of be able to play in between both of them, compared to if Emma decided to do maybe 5 or 6 yards, she would be able to stop. So it wouldn't have gave the corner such an easy job to get that pick off.
So now the only hope Chaos has right now is forcing a turnover of their own.
Yeah. So I think they just can knee the ball and call it a game. Yeah.
And the clock is rolling here. Maybe one more play needed to seal this one up.
Yeah, so I believe Chaos doesn't have any more timeouts. Although they do have 2 timeouts, but I don't think they're going to use it. Or maybe they only have 1.
Yeah, that's pretty much do it. Athena Ryan talking to the head referee, Brent Young. And that would do a final knee down. And the Citadines are your Women's 2 champions. A 33-32 victory over Chaos.
I have to say, I think this was the best game tonight.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I think
Fantastic game.
with all the games that happened today, I think this was the closest. This came down to exactly the last play where UCAM was able to make a huge stop and get the victory.
Yes, we see the handshake line right there. Again, a big victory, championship victory, I should say, really by the Citadins. Heartbreak for Chaos. Jubilation for the Citadins. Quasi, what are your thoughts?
It was a great game. Again, it came down to the last play where Chaos, if they end up scoring, I don't think there was going to be enough time for UCAM to even make a drive. So again, as I said before, this was by far the games that I watched. I didn't get to watch the first game at noon, but the games I did watch, I believe this was probably one of the best games. It came down to the last minute, the last play. So again, that's what we love to see. That's what we love to watch. So I think this was something that was very interesting game to see.
Obviously, so with the Citadins getting the W, who would you pick as your choice for player of the game?
Ooh, it's interesting because that pick was kind of the winning gaming pick, and I believe number 5. Oh no, who made the interception? So whoever made the interception, I mean, they did a great job because if it wasn't for them, if they end up being a bit too aggressive or too unaggressive and they're not there, that probably would have been a touchdown. So again, usually I'm a person that I would give it to the quarterback. For the MVP, but again, that interception was very key for them to win the game. So, but again, the quarterback played great. She did a great job. She was able to put 33 points on the board. So again, I think I would go with the quarterback.
And obviously, we talked like in the first half about mistakes being made by Chaos. There's one too many mistakes, and that last one came back to bite them. We're going to shoot it down to Jeff Rosenblatt again, the president of FPF. He's going to present the championship trophy and the MVP of the game. I'm going to wait for the Citadines players to get off to the sideline. They're getting their championship T-shirts, so we're just give it a few more seconds. But again, a huge victory here. We talked about the mistakes, right? So one too many mistakes for Chaos. Could you just talk about that?
Yeah, exactly. So to be honest with you, I think it was the drive when they made that pick that Rochelle made, and they didn't get anything from that. They kind of gave the ball right back to UCAM. So I think that was one of the cure mistakes, and also the fact that the last interception that Allison as well as she did.
All right, so now we're going to shoot it down to the sideline to Jeff Rosenblatt again, the president of FPF, to present the championship trophy and the MVP award as well.
Okay. Do you want me to sit here?
Yeah. I'm here at field level with the Women's 2025 champs, Les Citadines. I have the quarterback, Athena, with us. Athena, how does it feel to be the Women's 2 champions?
It feels great.
You guys had a great season all year. What's it like playing with these group of girls? And is there a chance of seeing this team maybe in Women's 1 in the future?
I think they're amazing. We had a rough start, but we really came together. I think they're going to do great things in the future. It was honestly really great, and it was a great finish that we had coming in finals. We didn't think we would, actually, but we finished strong. And I don't know, for Women's 1, maybe not. We'll see. Okay,
we will see. She's going to keep us on our toes. And we're going to present the MVP. It was a very close MVP decision for this game. But Anouk, can you come here, please? Anglais, c'est bon? Okay.
It says Women's 3, but we're going to fix that for you.
No problem.
So Anouk, you had an unbelievable game. You and Athena have an amazing connection. How does it feel to be the MVP of the finals?
Feels great. Oh my God, I don't know what to say. Oh mon Dieu, je suis vraiment gênée. Can I speak French?
Of course.
C'est un effort. Je suis contente que ça. Oh my God, je peux pas parler devant la caméra. J'y serais pas arrivée sans l'aide de toutes ces filles-là. Puis Athéna, of course, elle a fait des passes incroyables. Puis je suis très contente. C'est vraiment un bel honneur.
Parfait. Félicitations. Guys, congratulations to the team. Congratulations to the coaches. We have our Women's 2025 champs, Les Citadines. Back to you in the booth.
All right, so there you go. So you see the MVP of the game being awarded to Anouk Benelive. Fantastic player for the team. The rookie actually made a huge impact on the team in the regular season and obviously here in championship Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. She did a great job. I also want to give a shout out to UCAM. The fact that they stayed composed. There's a lot of downs that they actually had to that happened during their game, but they're able to stay focused, stay as a team, stay as one, and that's the reason why they actually got this W tonight.
All right, so after losing to Chaos in the regular season in heartbreaking fashion, Les Citadines returned the favor and break the hearts of Chaos by winning the Women's 2 Championship with a 33-32 victory here in Brossard. So this will pretty much do it. This is day 1 of the championship weekend here for Flag Plus Football. Day 1 is officially in the books. We started today at noon. We had a ton of games. We are back tomorrow for the final day of championship weekend. It starts off with Division 5A. Championship game between the Reborn Prospects and the Baby Sharks. It'll finish tomorrow night at 10 p.m. in the 5v5 recreational championship game. I don't know. I think day one went pretty good.
Yeah,
day one went pretty good.
Day one was great.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of good games. We did see some blowouts, but it's something that does happen. So it is football, right? There's no scripted here. You get to see everything live.
But there you go. So and make sure to tune in live tomorrow on YouTube and obviously on the Facebook Live. Right, we'll have all the action for you here in Broussard. For Kwesi Gordamo, I'm Brent Balkin saying thanks for tuning in to day one of Championship Weekend. Make sure to come back tomorrow for day two. Flag Plus football. You can't ask for anything more. Championship Weekend. Let's go.